Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck her right in the pussy.
What's going on, people? How is everyone doing out there? Welcome to another iteration of the Bromigos podcast. I'm here with the homies. My name is Panama Red.
You already know what it is, man. It's your boy Dame Money. Stop playing with the boy.
It's the Hoochie Man. That intro, I don't know for you guys, but for me, it lagged a little bit. So all I heard was "fight the pussy." I almost burst out laughing.
Oh man, you already know who it is. It's the undercover brother Matt. What's good, everybody?
Oh man.
Yeah, so we got a lot of interesting things to talk about, but there's one thing that we're going to kick it off with because, you know, we got people in this group of ours that are just fans of the worst team ever. So we're going to talk about it. We're talking about
worst team ever, but they're 5-1. But okay,
we're talking about, as you can tell, the undercover brothers delusional. So we're going to address it.
Delusional.
New York Giants, the New York Football Giants. He's mad because he thinks they deserve respect. Let's talk about it. Go ahead.
I think they do not get enough respect, at least right now. Do I expect them to fully collapse as we start playing more division games? Yes, I fully expect that to happen. But I think as of right now, they're playing teams that are obviously they're not in favor to win, but somehow, some way, I don't know if it's talent. I'm not sure if we can say it's talent, but I think it's coaching that's helping us take it to that next level when we need to win games. Obviously, the Cowboys, we lost that game when we could have easily won, in my opinion. But you know, it's just I think, and you can watch all these analysts. What is it? I don't know if it was NFL Network or ESPN. They were doing like a panel. Oh, who's going to win this week? And everybody, when they played Green Bay, everybody picked Green Bay. The next week, this past weekend, or 2 weeks ago at this point when this airs, they only one person picked the Giants when everybody else picked Baltimore. They ended up coming back, and Baltimore completely just had a catastrophic failure in the fourth quarter. Again, yes, which I expected to happen.
I'm looking at this schedule right now, man. I'm looking at this schedule.
Yeah.
And,
so
man, I don't know. I mean, like, I know y'all beat some teams, okay? Packers, I'm not jacking that. I'm be honest with you. I can't jack that. They're not that good this year. Only reason why you jacking that because they have one of the best quarterbacks of all time. Let's be honest here. But I mean, I'm looking at the rest of your schedule. It's not easy, but it's definitely possible this team could make the playoffs. But let's be honest here. Are we really jacking the New York Giants? What have they done over the past 5, 6, 7 years? Why?
But that's the thing. They haven't done anything over the course of the 5, 6, 7 years. And now that everybody's good, everybody's now trying to downplay the success because we actually have a coach that knows what the fuck he's doing and that the players seem to actually respect.
Man, do you realistically think y'all?
Bro, I swear I'm about to just get I cannot believe you just said that. Bro,
let me say one thing before you decide to. I'm not going to say it this time. I'm not going to say it this week. You don't know what I'm going to say. But let's look at the next 4 weeks. We're playing the Jaguars. That might go either way, but I see us beating the Jaguars. Seahawks, we never really beat them in their stadium, so I'm expecting that to be a loss wholeheartedly. I believe that. Texans, that could be tough because the Texans, I think, are first place in the AFC South, if I'm not mistaken. Hoochie Man, do you know for a fact, or does anybody know for a fact?
Look at this. What, AFC South?
Yeah, who's leading the AFC South? Is it the Texans still? Because last I heard they were leading.
Oh, it's probably the Colts, if anything.
Okay, so then they're probably second place. So okay, there's a chance that we could beat them.
Tennessee is leading the AFC South. They're 3-2.
Barely.
Okay.
Yeah, followed by the Colts with 3-2-1.
And then where's the Texans in that?
They are last. They're
last. Okay, so that could be a win then. I thought they were leading at one point.
Okay.
But and then we're playing the Lions, which is a shoe-in win for us, let's be honest.
I mean,
so we have a relatively easy schedule for the next couple of weeks.
So y'all play the Vikings. Vikings probably the best team y'all about to play right now. Y'all have the best schedule. Y'all have the same schedule, right, man? I mean, the same record, right?
We don't play the Vikings until like the third to last week of the season, so that's
Christmas Eve
one.
See right now.
It is gonna be Christmas Eve. You're right. So
Wait,
now that I've tried to make my points, what are you going to say to me here, Mike?
Okay. So hold on, sir. Sir, you've played thus far the Titans, Panthers, Cowboys, Bears, Packers, and Ravens. The only teams out of that are worth a damn this year are the Ravens, who are 3-3, and the Cowboys, who somehow they're in the same boat that you are. They have all you people. Hold up, sir. I let you speak.
Oh yeah, you're fine. I want to make a point about something really quick.
I was going to say,
and you
not
go
to
ahead.
mention, they haven't even played the Eagles yet.
They
That
let
is true.
you,
That is
they
true.
have you thinking that y'all are better than what you actually are. Your record, y'all out here fooling every fucking body. You have played absolutely nothing. You won no game in convincing fashion. And you want to sit here and talk about y'all deserve respect? Your record is good. Fine. You may or may not make the playoffs. Okay, your ass gonna get drugged as soon as you make the playoff. Wait till you play the Eagles, bro. We're gonna drag your ass. Daniel Jones is getting sacked minimum 4 times. Minimum 4 times.
Okay.
Bro, we have the number 2 defense in the league, number 4 offense in the league. Talk to me. Fuck with me. That's
Okay.
called a good team. Okay.
Matt, listen, you're not right, Matt. Just don't say anything. Just let it go. Just keep moving.
Because no, I can
minutes.
respect the record, bro. I can respect the record. I genuinely can, right? As much as it pains me and it's like a fucking thorn in my side. There you are, 5-1. And every week I gotta look at this shit. I'm like, okay, cool. I can dig it. But then to hear you motherfuckers talk about how good we deserve respect, nigga, shut up. No, you don't. You do not. You know who deserves respect? You know what I get mad at? We're undefeated, and by power rankings, we're number 2. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, Buffalo
So
is
maybe
Buffalo.
to that point,
Buffalo's number
because
1.
because let me say this, and I don't know if Hunter, you want to pull up the Eagles record so I can put it up on the screen here too.
Well, they're
really
6-0, but
6-0, my boy.
They're 6-0, but they beat. Let's see, the Lions, nothing. The
Lions
Vikings, who are supposed to be good, and they're good right
they're
now, but
5-1.
that's their only loss.
at the time they weren't as good as it was also the beginning of the season. So a lot of the early games have to be taken with a grain of salt because we don't know what each team could do until like the first couple weeks. So the Vikings, that's a stiff competition game, but obviously you beat them. I'll give you respect for that, as I said a few weeks ago. Jaguars, nothing. Commanders, nothing. Cardinals, okay.
Commanders, first off, we blew them out.
Yes, you did, but they're also not a good team. So, but then you play the Cardinals, a mildly mediocre team at this point in the season. Let's be honest. So that's a respectable win. And then you beat the Cowboys, who almost tied or beat you as well. So that's a respectable win. So you have more or less one more respectable win than we do. Let's be honest, because the rest of it,
what are you talking about?
You're beating bad teams, though. Half of those teams are bad.
You're beating no ones. What's your point?
My point is we're also beating bad teams.
Yeah, but look how we're beating them. Look how we're beating teams.
Congratulations, you're blowing out the fucking. Let's see.
People were ready to turn off the Cowboys game, and then we took our foot off the gas, which I don't like. I personally feel once you have them down, kick the motherfucker in the face while they're down too, just so they put some respect.
I mean, you could be like the Steelers and play down to competition, which is what they've been doing for 5 years.
Steelers do. The Steelers do that.
I actually like the Steelers. I feel bad for the Steelers because I like.
Yeah, I mean it's been a rough go. They seem to be on the right path. They seem to be. Like look at who they played this year. We're playing Miami. Sunday Night Football in Miami. No, I don't know about that. Tua's back, so.
Tua's back. Oh, then you're fucked.
Yeah, but look, there's games that the Steelers should have won this year where they didn't, and the games that they're not supposed to win, they win somehow. Like, Buffalo, that's Buffalo. That they're a Super Bowl contender, obvious there. They had a chance to beat the Patriots. They didn't do that. They had a chance to beat the Browns. They had a really good first half, and for some reason, they didn't do that. The Jets, they had a lead and blew it. This one with Tampa, I don't know how they won. I really don't know how they won. They had no TJ Watt, no Minka Fitzpatrick. Their top 3 corners were out, so it's a miracle that they were able to come away with a win against Tom Brady. But Tom Brady stinks. He hates his kids. He loves football more. He's getting a divorce with his wife. Who cares?
Dante, what do you have to say about that?
Nothing. It's not my place.
I mean, as a Tom Brady fan, I mean, I'm trying to see if you get a reaction from that, but you're stone cold.
No, I don't know how many times I got to tell y'all this, man. I don't make comments on people's personal lives unless it's like seriously that relevant.
I don't care about the personal life. I'm talking about how he plays. I'm talking about football wise.
I you want to comment on the divorce. You know how many motherfuckers this week have been, how you feel about Tom Brady the divorce, nigga? I don't care. Okay. Anyway, when it comes down to Tom Brady right now, that's all I got to say in the Buccaneers. They're a tremendously talented team, but let's be honest, they're a team full of old dudes that keep getting hurt. You know, Julio Jones, beginning of the season, I was like, oh shit, this might be a Randy Moss type situation. I really felt that way because it's not like Julio has nothing left in the tank. Let's be real. He left Atlanta 2 years ago, went to Tennessee. The experiment didn't work out. We all saw that. We all noticed that. But you go to Tampa Bay, you got Tom Brady there. Let's be honest, this team is not executing because they do not have the players that they need on the field. Everyone's always hurt. Someone's always out for a game. That makes it a challenge. On top of the fact that
it reminds me of back when, like, you remember when Karl Malone and Gary Payton joined the Lakers?
Yeah, but you know what? Even that team wasn't injury ridden until the end of the season. Like they still finished
a bunch of names.
Yeah, facts. And that's understandable. When you try to put a bunch of names on a team, especially a football team, it doesn't always work out. See, I feel like in basketball, if you switch it over to that, you could put a lot of star players on a team. You might be able to figure it out. But when it comes to football,
I mean,
because the Kobe and Dwight thing didn't work out. You know what I'm saying? Or Steve Nash when Nash was there.
But it's the same thing though. You get Steve Nash, who's old at the end of his career. Kobe ended up getting hurt. Dwight just never ever fit. That kind of thing. But with
let me ask you something.
What's up? Well, I wanted to say before you asked me that, I just wanted to say because you made a good point about like all the names being added to a football team. I mean, look at what the fucking Rams did last year. The Rams had nothing but names, and they basically bought their way to a championship, more or less.
You got the right names, though.
They did. They had the right names. You're right on that.
Homework on the names that they got. So I'm not entirely mad at that. And I want you to be honest. Don't give me because you like this team. I want you to be honest. Do you really think that the Giants are going to do anything in the playoffs if they make it?
No. If I'm being realistic when I say this to you, no. We're probably I'd be surprised if we made the wild card. Let's be honest. If we make the wild card, to me, that's a W.
The way your schedule looks the rest of the year, it seems like you're destined for the wild card. Kind of like how the Eagles went last year. Like it was like, but they still made it to the wild card, but didn't really do much. I kind of see that with the Giants, and the way I see it, it reminds me of the Steelers in 2020, where they started 11-0, then they finished 12-4, and then they stunk. Like they played against bad teams, and then towards the end of the season, it's like, nothing's working, and then they go to playoffs, and they stink.
To me, getting to the playoffs is a step in the right direction for us, in my opinion. Now, whether or not we win will be yet to be seen. But even getting to the playoffs, to me, in my opinion, is a step in the right direction for the future of the team.
Hey, just making the playoffs is good enough for me as a Steelers fan. That's all I want. Actually, having a positive record.
I hope the Commanders just shit all over your face.
Please, the Commanders have more problems having shit fall on fans with their shitty fucking pipe systems.
Sleep on division games, my boy. Do not. You should know better.
If you guys are done with the dick sucking contest, okay?
Listen, this is why. Just because your team don't, I can't stand you either.
These motherfuckers over here. I mean, yes, we've been playing football for about 7 weeks, but Friday, tomorrow will be almost a full week of the NBA season. We're about 3 days in. Okay, had a couple good games the past couple days. Let's be honest. All right, Lakers Warriors. As a Lakers fan, I will say this about Los Angeles. Okay, the Lakers have done a tremendous job with building a hard-nosed defense. One thing I loved about watching that Lakers game, they were playing tremendous defense. I've never seen AD play with that much energy, especially in the first game of the year. He was definitely trying to prove something, and I'm happy for him. He seems healthy. He was playing well, playing hard, getting blocks, rebounds, diving on the floor. Like, I've never seen AD play like this ever. But the one problem with the Los Angeles Lakers that these motherfuckers can't score. Oh, my God. Our offense is atrocious. Number one, we have no bench. The Lakers have no bench. You look up and down the bench. There are names in that team that I don't even know. Matt Ryan. Who the hell is that?
He's quarterback for the
He's a
Colts.
quarterback.
Juan Toscano
It's Matt Ryan.
Stick to football.
Juan Toscano Anderson had a couple good games while he was in Golden State. He's that nice little fan favorite role player, but he didn't really do much while he was there, especially last year when they were winning the championship. Wenyen Gabriel, still don't understand why the hell we re-signed this man and we don't play him. Why are we re-signing people that we don't play? I don't understand why general managers do this shit. Presidents of basketball operations do this shit. If you're not going to play the motherfucker, why would you bring him back? Lonnie Walker, I think is going to be a tremendous asset to this team moving forward. Even though he only had 5 points, you got to find a way to fit into an offense. That's the one thing. It's the only leeway, only hall pass I get the Los Angeles Lakers right now. The fact that they haven't played long enough. It's a brand new team completely. You finally got Kendrick Nunn playing back, played great off the bench. But let's be honest here, man. The Golden State Warriors are still that team.
Of course.
When's the last time that we had a championship team essentially fully come back the next year over the past couple years in the NBA? A lot of teams end up changing so drastically that we don't even know what team's coming into the next year. Yeah. These guys, you pick up a great asset in Dante DiVincenzo. You lose Gary Payton.
Shout out Villanova Wildcat.
Facts. Shout out Nova. These Nova boys know what the hell they're doing. Dante DiVincenzo was a perfect player to put into this offense. Even though you lose a little bit of defense with GP2, you bring in Dante DiVincenzo, who's always been a great defender ever since college, and he can score, and he's a playmaker. That's something he was very valuable for doing in Milwaukee, but goes to Sacramento. Obviously, Sacramento Queens, their ass. But I mean, after seeing all the games this weekend, I know some of y'all watched the games. What y'all think, man? How we feeling about the best teams, best players? Ja, KD played great. Zion played great.
The Knicks aren't as bad as I thought they were.
Nope. I want to talk about that.
Not as bad as I thought they were. They're still the Knicks though, so they'll find a way to shoot themselves in the leg.
The Knicks got last night. Game. They got cucked. They should have won. Ja definitely fouled Jalen Brunson on that layup, or at least it was a goaltend. In my opinion.
My problem with that game, because I missed most of the game because I was at work driving home, but I did watch the first quarter because it was at the bar that I was working at. And then I watched the last 5 minutes of the fourth and then the rest of overtime. Julius Randle is the biggest fucking bonehead I've ever seen play basketball. That man, every time I fucking look at the screen, he's fouling somebody. He is a fucking dumbass. Probably one of the lowest IQ players I have ever seen play basketball. And he's just... I feel like a lot of the reason why Ja Morant had so many fucking points, especially at the line, was because Randall just kept fouling his ass.
I mean, but it's Ja Morant, bro. You ain't.
But and then, to that point, anything that we did to Ja Morant was called as a foul, from what I saw anyway, because I did miss most of the game.
Yeah, well, from now on, Ja's gonna get the superstar treatment.
But why does he have to have the superstar treatment? Why can't it just be a fucking game called down the middle? I don't understand.
That's the way the game is, man. That's the way it is.
But it shouldn't be how the way the game is. The Knicks clearly could have won the game last night.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: if the Knicks had a superstar on their team, would you want him to get treated as a superstar? Right? You would be singing a different tune if the roles were the other way.
Mm-hmm. That's how it is now.
Let's not be a hypocrite about it.
Ja Morant has finally set his place in the league to win.
Look, I'm not going to deny he's not a bad player. He's a very good player. But at the same time, I don't care if he's a superstar. I just want the game to be called evenly, regardless of what happens.
You also got to understand, bro. Listen, teams play the Knicks. The Knicks are going to get no respect. They haven't earned the respect, and they haven't paved the way over the past couple of seasons for anyone to give.
But why should respect matter in the case of trying to make calls as a referee?
That's how the game is, man. This is
be asking yourself. The real thing you should be asking yourself is why is it that the Knicks always find themselves in the same position instead of balling out, playing hard, tough defense, and not allowing the opposition to score. They always find themselves in the same fucking predicament. The Knicks fans are like, "Oh, they're not calling us fairly. Oh, why they're nah, bro."
Well, at the same time, like I just said, if they could cut down the fucking foul trouble that they were having, especially with Julius Randle, I think we'll be having a totally different discussion right now.
This is
Maybe
I
nothing.
honestly believe that.
DM Julius Randle and tell him to get it together.
Yeah, Max. Like at the end of the day, here's my question for you, Matt.
Yes.
Do you think after yesterday's game, is Jalen Brunson worth all that money? I'm sorry.
I think Jalen Brunson did a good job. He was definitely one of the better players on the team, but is he going to be worth the money? I don't know.
No, if you're going to give a player a 4-year max deal, there's no way in hell you're going to step on the court the first game of the year and you'll give me 15 fucking points. 15. That's it.
Yep.
That's not
Look
worth
what Kyrie Irving had 15 points.
Hold on a
Yeah,
second. Go back to the Knicks because I want to see what I don't know what the stats that Jalen Brunson had because I thought he had more than 15 points.
Yeah, he had 15.
15 points. That's your $130, $40 man. However much money he's making, that's how much money you're making. You drop 15 points, 1 for 4.
A double.
Wait a second.
Yeah,
He didn't shoot. Here's my problem. Here's my problem right here. Anybody knows basketball understand this. You're a point guard and you didn't shoot any free throws. I don't care how they were calling the game. You're a point guard and you don't shoot any free throws.
These are the things you
No
should
one's-
be.
No one's fouling him though. So
No. See, that's where we get it misconstrued. You're a point guard. Your job not only is to control the game, but you got to get in the paint and cause havoc. You name me one point guard. You know what? I'll give it to you this way. Steph Curry. I don't know if you watched the beginning of that Warriors game.
I didn't see the game, unfortunately.
Cold from 3. Do you know what he started doing? Cutting to the basket, getting buckets at the rim. Had 2 and 1. I mean, he was taking people to the rim on the fast break. You never see Steph Curry do this shit in the regular.
That man is at the peak of his powers.
I want to make a point about something too before you get into him. I see that little 0-5 there from 3 though from Barrett. Now that pisses me off.
It's bad.
That pisses me off. See, we're talking all about Brunson, and listen, I get your point about Brunson. I'm not disagreeing with you at all. But if we're giving that extension to fucking Barrett, and he's going, what is that, 0 for 5, 0 for 6? I can't see the screen.
0 for 6.
0 for 6. He's going 0 for 6 from the fucking 3-point line. That is atrocious. Another reason why we fucking lost the game. Because Barrett couldn't finish. He couldn't even finish easy shots from what I saw.
Oh yeah, 3.
He got cut from behind on a fucking layup, for Christ's sake.
I mean, listen, man. At the end of the day, we can't get too crazy over the very first game of the season. I mean, you're upset about it.
Yeah.
The Knicks almost beat last year's best defensive team in the league.
Man, Cam Reddish 22 from the bench.
Cam Reddish had a good game. He had a good game.
Before you get to the Nets Pelicans, Jason Tatum, bro. Jason and Jaylen Brown. These two young boys are about, I mean, what are they? 6 years in the league now. 6 and 5, right? I think Jalen's
6. Jalen's in the league 6. He's been in the league longer.
No. I think James been in the league 6 years.
No, but Jalen Brunson's been in the league longer because he played with IT for a year.
Whatever.
Longer.
These two dudes, bro. I mean, I was watching this game because I only got to watch the first half. These dudes are hoopers, bro. It's insane. Like some of the shots that fucking Tatum was making, I was just in awe. Like, oh my god! And you know, the beard is back, baby.
James Harden is back. James Harden is back. Can we get some cheers, man? James Harden is back.
God damn it! Damn,
James Harden is back. That's what the hell
man.
I'm talking about. The bearded one. The bearded one. He's back.
Hooping. I was a little disappointed with the play of Joel Embiid, but I'm not putting much stock in it. Like you said, it's the first game of the season. People are still, figuring out offensive sets and things like that, feeling each other out. The Sixers have a pretty new roster, a lot of new bodies on the team. So there's a couple.
What I was gonna say was the only team right now that's worth jacking, like really worth jacking right now, is the Golden State Warriors. Yeah. Everybody else, you gotta give them a shot. Philly, they got a bunch of new role players. LA's got some new players. Denver just came back full throttle for the first time in 3 years. Yeah. So you got all these great teams that need time to adjust. First game of the year, we're playing 72 games now. So you got a 72 game season. It's going to take time for these teams to adjust. You got to understand that all these guys are also running new sets. Like Doc Rivers has already made it very adamant that this year they're going to try to run that high pick and roll a lot more often with him and Embiid. We all know Harden and Embiid, that high pick and roll is going to be damn near dangerous. Because what are you going to do? What are you gonna do? You gonna head?
Pick your poison on that one.
Honestly, that's gonna be a terror for defenses.
Yeah,
Terror for
it's
defense.
gonna be interesting to watch too.
Yeah, man.
I'm really interested in seeing the Nets experiment crash and burn and continue to fail.
I've been praying for it to happen
because
All praying on the downfall.
I just don't get it. You have two of the best scorers in the league in Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, and the Pelicans, bro.
They got that's basically like the equivalent of getting
Hey,
blown
they got
out,
Ben
right?
Simmons, man. They're
They
good.
got
4
blown out.
Yeah, they got
points,
Ben Simmons.
6 fouls. You got 5 rebounds, 5 assists, but you got 6 fouls.
This is where Brooklyn fucked up. Brooklyn fucked up about a year ago when they went out and got James Harden. When they got James Harden, they let go of that entire young core that gave Brooklyn the identity that they got in 2019. Everybody remembers 2019, had the bench mob, Theo Pinson, all them motherfuckers, right? They was out there doing their thing. D'Lo was leading the team, got into the playoffs. It was tremendous. But now all those guys they had, Jared Allen. Jared Allen was the key to their defense. That team would have been all right.
Yeah.
KD, Kyrie.
Actually, because my favorite analyst right now, Stephen A. Smith, shout out to him. He over here talking about, I got the Nets going to the what? Come on, bro.
That's just the media saying what the media says,
No,
hyping up teams.
What Stephen A. says. I admire that dude. I wish I could get in the room with him to pick at his brain. I really admire Stephen A. Smith. He's like my idol when it comes to media and broadcasting. The man has busted his ass to get to where he is. So shout out to him. But sometimes I just can't get behind him. I can't, because I'm like, the Nets, bro, of all the teams, like the Nets. And the only reason I understand it. You got a team, you got the idea of Ben Simmons, like if he gets back to what he was, all-star Ben Simmons, Kyrie, KD, it makes sense. I get it. But come on, bro. You're getting blown out by the Pelicans. Like, no disrespect to them.
But let's talk about the Pelicans though, because I got a boy who loves the Pelicans. He be jacking this shit all the time. He's like, "Oh, Pelicans are gonna get to the Western Conference Finals." Bullshit. But let's be honest here. New Orleans has a pretty good team. They got a team full of young talent, and they have it in different parts of the game that they need it. You got Jackson Hayes, who's very long and athletic. He can do things for you guys defensively, offensively, creates havoc, just being as big as he is.
Torn left UCL
is back. Zion Williamson is back. Motherfuckers need to be put on notice. Zion is back. You got a 6'6", 250, 260-pound running back coming down the floor, jumping over dudes, dunking on dudes.
Can he stay healthy though?
Yeah,
that we'll see.
That's something that you got to keep in mind of, can he stay healthy for the full, at least most of the season?
People getting all crazy over Zion's health. And I was actually talking to my boys in the Discord a couple of days ago about this. It's like, oh, Zion gonna be healthy. First of all, let's remember, Zion's only 22 years old.
Yeah.
Remember when Embiid first came in the league? Embiid didn't play for the first year and a half, 2 years of his career. And then 2 years later, he developed into a all-star type big. And then 2 years after that, he became an MVP type player.
But however,
last time Zion was in the league, averaging 27 a game, all-star starter.
The difference between Zion and Embiid, a lot of Zion's game is is based around his athleticism, right?
Yes, which is why he has to lose weight.
Yeah, he's definitely got to lose weight, and then he's going to have to add new aspects to his game, because if it's just going to be, I'm going to power through you and jump over you, eventually you're going to lose. That's the one thing that I've always liked about LeBron's game. Like, LeBron was he was always athletic. However, he started adding new things, and he took care of his body, of course, but adding new things, the GOAT, Kobe Bryant, Kobe Bean, footwork, things like that, adding things. So, what I'm saying, all these things. And yes, people, I said the GOAT.
I mean, I don't want to do that to Zion, though, because I feel like a lot of people just see Zion, watch his highlights, and you're like, oh, all he does.
I watch his game. I watch not just highlights. I watch his game. I watch how he's approaching the game. I like the dude, and I want the young man to succeed.
Like, I'm looking at his box score. My God, 25 points, 4 steals, 3 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 offensive rebounds. That's the key for them right there. If you got someone like Zion, who's primarily playing down low anyways when he's attacking the rim, if he has the ability to constantly get multiple offensive rebounds a game, that's going to be huge for them. On top of the fact that what people don't even realize about Zion's game, Zion, first of all, grew up a point guard. That man has tremendous point guard skills. Zion can dribble, can't stop the man going from coast to coast. And then if you do double team him or run a different type of defense at him, he has the skill in order to make passes out of these defensive plays, which I think is tremendous. You don't see that from a lot of guys at his height and his size. It's damn near impossible to see someone like that. But, shout out Zion, man. I'm glad he's back. But we need to go to the Western Conference, man, because Luka Magic versus D-Book, that was the game I was ready to see. And my God, Dallas blew it. They blew it. But Phoenix needed to win this game. Why did Phoenix need to win this game? Well, we saw what happened last year in the second round. We cannot let that shit happen again because they were already down by 22 points in this game. I was like, uh-oh. Luka Magic, once again, the Don taking over. He said he's going to give you an offer you can't refuse. But but Phoenix did their thing. And out of all people, to hit the game-winning bucket, former Golden State Warriors player and Steph Curry's brother-in-law, Damian Lee. Damian Lee with the buckets to win the game, man. First, that last shot he hit was so tough. This man gets a post up on the block, digs his shoulder, and backs up off 1 foot bucket. Like, that is a very hard shot to hit for someone his size.
I saw that shot this morning, and I'm just like, holy crap.
Very difficult shot. Now, what did my man D-Book do? Had a light 28. Okay. 10 I like that. Plus 20 and a plus minus. Oh, see D-Book doing this thing. I'm gonna tell you something, man. D-Book, this is the year. I need to see something. I don't want to see no inconsistency. I don't want to see you guys losing games and you're not the guy
to take that leap. You got to take that leap.
Take the leap. We've been giving him the Kobe comparisons for years, and we were giving it to him when they sucked. Okay, Devin Booker got some leeway before. They weren't good, but he was still putting up pretty good numbers. Now you have a squad.
Yeah,
same team for the past 3 seasons, hasn't changed that much. Chris Paul's still there. You got DeAndre Ayton back. Okay, you got Mikal Bridges. So this is a squad that could win something. This is a squad that can go deep in the playoffs, but y'all got to prove it. And it's on D-Book. Chris Paul has nothing left to prove. Chris Paul needs to win a championship. We all know he wants that. But at the end of the day, Devin Booker, he's the guy. He's the best player on this team. He's the engine that gets them running, bro. So Devin Booker this year has to make that leap from being a star player to a superstar player. We did the same thing to Jason Tatum last year. Look what he did. Because remember how Boston started the season off last year. Jason Tatum made that leap mid-season, did what he had to do, took him to the number 1 seed, got him to the finals. That's what we need to see from Devin Booker. If we don't, next season, I can't say he's a top 10 player.
Yeah.
I cannot.
I don't really think he's one. Well, maybe he is now.
Maybe. I mean, according to ESPN, Kobe Bryant's the 13th greatest player of all time. So I don't listen to anything.
Yeah, I don't understand. ESPN sometimes their rankings. I don't understand that. I really don't. The disrespect to Kobe Bryant. I mean, even before I thought he was the GOAT, and I was on the LeBron James. I still think LeBron.
Can we stick on this? Because y'all listeners don't know. The other day in the group chat, my man Mike, Panama Red, he finally admitted Kobe Bryant's the GOAT. Kobe Bryant's the GOAT. Tell him why. Tell him why.
Words I never thought I'd ever see in the group chat in my life.
Before the documentary came out, I was like, you know what, man? Let me go watch this. So I sat down and watched the game, his 81-point game. And I'm just sitting there and I'm watching, like, I'm not really paying attention to the score. I'm just watching Kobe. And I'm watching Kobe's movement. And I'm watching Kobe when he gets the ball. How it's like you can see him analyzing the game, get into his spots. Kobe Bryant's fucking footwork is godly. I mean, I think he's better than Jordan. I think Jordan did more for the game, but I think Kobe's better than Jordan. Real shit. You can quote me on that. I said what I said. And then I went and I watched the fucking documentary. If you haven't seen it, the
The
Redeemed
Redeem Team documentary, yes.
If you haven't seen it, please go watch it because it
Where
is.
can you find it?
It's on Netflix.
Netflix
Oh,
dropped like
of
last
course,
week.
of course, the
Yeah.
one thing I don't have.
I mean, I'm gonna go as far as to say I'm not entirely sure that team would have won without Kobe. I'm not entirely sure.
Well, they clearly weren't. They weren't.
And the best moment that I like from the documentary is when they played Spain. Right, the night before they interviewing Pau Gasol, and he said the night before Kobe comes, he sees me, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Kobe," and he's like, "I think he paid me a visit to soften me up." Right, first play, they run a screen. Pau puts on a screen. Kobe, boom, right into his chest. Take that shit.
And that motherfucker over.
I mean, and when you look at the reactions from the other players, they're like, "Oh shit!" Like that's his teammate. If you don't know, I think Pau Gasol's godfather to one of his children, correct?
Yeah.
Right. So
Yep.
they're close, very very close. They were very very close.
Extremely.
That's like, nigga, fuck you. Like I'm here to win. Get out my way. And I was just like, God. I'm not sure if MJ would have done that. I know Bron wouldn't have done that. Bron gonna dunk on you and look at you but he not doing that to you. MJ gonna dunk on you, humiliate you, get you slipping.
See, the thing people don't even know at the time, though, Kobe Bryant was on a quest.
Yes.
Okay, I remember 2007, 2008. That was like that year where it was like, this is the year Kobe's really gonna do it without Shaq, and then they end up getting their ass busted Game 6 against Boston. And they didn't talk about this in the documentary, but back when Kobe was alive, years ago, he did an interview on HBO, and this is one of the most dickhead asshole things I've ever heard anyone do. So obviously, we know U.S. beat Spain in a gold medal game in 2008. So before the season starts, now remember the year beforehand, even though they were opponents in the Olympics, Pau Gasol and Kobe played Boston in the NBA Finals in 08. Before the 08-09 season starts, this asshole Kobe Bryant takes his gold medal and puts it in Pau Gasol's locker. Now,
what a dick.
Now, most people would be like, "Yo, this asshole, I can't." But there was a meaning to it. Obviously, Kobe's not going to do that just to be an asshole. He was like, "You lost in the finals, and you lost in the gold medal game. You want to lose again, motherfucker? Straight up, you want to lose again?" And I think that right there, that was the turning point for Pau Gasol becoming a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm.
That summer, because I don't know if you guys have ever seen the 2008 NBA Finals, but goddamn, Pau Gasol was soft like shit. That man, Kevin Garnett, made him look like a little bitch out there at the basketball court, pushing him around, shoving him around, every single high pick and roll. I mean, just getting into him. But that right there, that shows the different mentality that my opinion, now Mike's opinion, the GOAT has over so many other dudes. I mean, how many people will be willing to go into your teammates' chest like that in a basketball game? He's like, "Yo, we ain't teammates right now." That's
not
different.
too many.
That's
not too many.
He's trying to tell him to stop being soft like baby shit.
Yeah, he's soft like Charmin.
Saying, man,
all soft like Charmin.
There are very few players that are willing to rip your fucking heart out to get a win. I was watching Kobe Bryant highlights earlier today, and it was funny. They said this is the game that Kobe showed LeBron who the real MVP was. And I was like, all right, well, let me see what this is. First play of the game, Bron gets the ball. Kobe, bang, dislocates his finger, fucks up his whole hand. And apparently earlier in the season, they were telling him he needs to get hand surgery in the first place. He was like, nah, fuck that. End of the game, they end up winning. Kobe has like 20 points and 12 assists. He was hooping, but he wasn't shooting that well because he hurt a shooting hand, dislocated the ring finger on it. Obviously, a very important hand to have. So they asked him after the game, they were like, yo, Kobe, we said, I know the front office said, you need to get some surgery on the hand, all that kind of stuff. Kobe said, yeah, this shit hurt like a motherfucker. I've seen say it on live TV. It's like, this shit hurt, man. This shit hurt. But
Yeah.
I'm just gonna have to figure out a way to play with it, and then my shooting will get better over the rest of the season. Anybody else, you dislocate your finger, you pretty much have a fractured hand. They're sitting out the rest of the season. They're getting surgery, so on and so forth. This motherfucker played the rest of the season, won an NBA championship.
Yep.
Balls of steel.
Different.
Guys like this don't exist no more, man. Guys,
I was gonna say, because I'm thinking about this now, and obviously, like I became smarter to basketball after, as Kobe's career was kind of winding down a little bit. So I really can't appreciate it as much as you do. But I'm hearing this story. I'm kind of getting a little sad because it's like he's not here no more. You know,
man, when I watched that Redeem Team documentary, I cried about 3 times because it's like people don't understand when you talk about Kobe Bryant, it's so much deeper than just the game of basketball. This man has touched so many athletes just based on his work ethic and his mentality that he brings to the table every single day. I mean, how many people do you see that retire and then end up trying to dominate a completely different entity? A lot of guys retire and they go and they want to, be commentators or just go off into the sunset. This man went over in the media, won an Oscar. He's out here writing books for children. He's out here creating opportunities in sports for younger kids, creating that next generation of basketball players, trying to teach them the right way.
Wasn't he a coach for his daughter's team?
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And he will tell, and he said it before. He said when he first started coaching, he wasn't ready. He didn't know how to coach because he's Kobe Bryant. He sees the game completely differently. That's why Jordan would suck at being a basketball coach. That's why Magic Johnson wasn't good when he coached the Lakers. These guys see the game a completely different way. So what did Kobe do? Something that a lot of grown men wouldn't even do. With the Gino Auriemma, he was like, yo, I need some help. I need you to show me how I'm supposed to teach these kids. Because it's different when you play in the game. You can just be on the court and tell motherfuckers, yo, go here, do this, I'm going to do this. But when you're coaching, something that I've learned is that you have to be able to take a step back and understand, yes, you're coaching, but you're also teaching, especially when it comes to little kids. You got to be able to teach. It's very difficult to teach the game to novices, Okay.
Are your kids doing any better?
Hey, man, let me tell you something. I got this tall Asian kid on my team, okay? You want to talk about some raw talent? Listen, I know the game, so when I see certain dudes, I'm like, oh, he just did that move out of nowhere. He's not. This kid's got some talent. I taught him a drop step the other day. This motherfucker now is going into games, shooting post fades. He's shooting turnaround jump shots. I've seen him. He came down the court twice the other day, hit a spin move off the dribble one way. Defender stopped him. He hit the spin the other way and went up for the layup. He missed. But to be in 4th and 5th grade to do some of the things he's doing right now, I'm like, oh, there's some progress here. It's some progress. As I'm like, you doing this at 10? Nigga, imagine you at 11 and 12. I told his dad the other day, I was like, yo, give me 3 months. I need 3 months with him. That's all I need. So now I'm gonna start privately training this kid. Telling you, man. Coach Daint is in effect. Coach Daint's in effect.
Speaking of kids.
Oh no.
Oh God.
What a transition to that.
We're not going to that guy. We're not going to that guy. We're not going to.
Okay, good.
Well, speaking of kids, you might want to hide your children from GOP candidates. I put a story into the notes, and Hoochie Man, if you please, can you find this? Just look up GOP candidate arrested. You'll find it, and I'll continue to talk about it. So there is a GOP candidate by the name of Randy Kaufman.
He sounds like a predator.
I want to say it. Yeah, that weirdo right there.
Not this guy. Let me close that out.
Was arrested for allegedly, right? Allegedly, we'll say allegedly, for allegedly masturbating outside of a preschool.
Oh no, he put a Louis C.K. No.
He's officially, as you can see, he's the candidate for the Maricopa Community College District Governing Board, and he's essentially suspended his campaign because he got arrested whacking his meat outside of a fucking preschool. I was watching something the other day as well. I wish I could remember exactly what it was. Speaking how GOP members love to, they're fighting against abortion rights, and we don't need to get into the whole abortion. Just trying to make a point,
Right.
that they're always fighting for these rights, but whenever you look, it's always these fucking weirdos from the Republican Party that getting caught up in shit like this. Why is that?
What other weirdos are there though? Because this is the first I've seen, so I don't know. I mean, I think both sides are doing some
had
sus
ties.
shit.
Our last president, we gonna act like he wasn't a weirdo?
You're like,
I
yeah,
mean, he was a,
Huh?
I mean, he was a psychopath. Yes, I'm not going to deny that.
Stormy Daniels, huh? Like should we
yeah,
go on
like
this?
grab her by the pussy. I just walk up to him and I just kiss him. Like, yo, and my man Donald J had ties to Epstein, who we all know the allegations that were, or not allegations, the things that he was convicted for before he.
Who
he
hasn't had ties to Epstein at this point?
Killed
Me,
himself.
I haven't.
No, he was killed. They murdered that.
Oh yeah,
man.
of course they killed him.
You
They
think they
murdered
killed
him.
him?
Yes, bro.
Oh,
He knew.
he didn't willingly commit.
Obviously, that's what I'm about to say. Like,
Yeah,
he said he killed himself. I'm like, this motherfucker.
No, that motherfucker ain't kill himself. He was about to expose a whole bunch of people, and they were like, "Listen, we can't have this guy. Wait, listen up, Tom. We can't have him running the streets."
It was like, nah, drink this real quick, bro. Drink this real quick.
Yeah, get that motherfucker. Oh, of course.
Anyway, no surprise that this guy's a Republican candidate. And
It's weird, bro. Like, I don't understand. He's probably one of them motherfuckers. Yes, we're gonna stop women from getting abortions. I don't understand. And then turn around, you're whacking your meat.
You see,
That's at a preschool, bro.
It's even wilder because we got people like this whacking the meat next to the preschools, and then we got our own president at this point in time sniffing kids. It's a whole wild. It's a whole wild thing. Listen, are all politicians like this? Do all politicians have these tendencies?
I love the details of this.
Yeah.
The police report says officer parked their vehicle about 20 feet away from the truck's passenger side and walked up to the truck where he noticed a man with his pants down mid-thigh masturbating while looking at a cell phone.
Wait. Okay, hold on.
What the fuck?
Wait, are we gonna demonize? Wait. So are we demonizing this man?
Jail.
Beating his meat at a very questionable site. Yeah, but that's of course. But he was looking at porn.
Why in a preschool though?
You have to go next to a parking lot.
He was driving home and he got the certain urge to splurge, and it was the closest parking lot, so he pulled up. But
no.
Was his car parked towards the front of the school? Was his window looking in their window? There's got to be certain details that come with this story that I need to hear.
Are you trying to justify the reasons for the man's masturbating?
Yes.
You trying to justify it?
Yes.
I mean, I hear you in justification, but not in no fucking preschool, bro. He could take his fucking nasty ass home.
I'm not gonna lie. A preschool is a little wild. I mean, elementary school would be a little bit better.
It's a lot wild.
A little. You're talking about children from like the age of 2 to 4, bro. What?
I'm saying elementary would be better. At least some of the kids are double digits.
No.
Jail.
No.
Yes, there you go.
What?
I don't know what to say. Gentlemen, in a career where all of us have to speak, I have a lost for words for what I've just heard.
No, man, this man over here trying to.
What the fuck was that, Dante?
There's no defending that.
It would have been a better.
At least they're double digits. What? Like that makes it any better?
I can't even speak right now. You're gonna tell me I can't. I cannot. I just cannot.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
This man, I can't, bro.
I'm playing, y'all. Come on, that's
I will not come for him.
Are you sure? Are you sure you're playing?
Listen, I'm gonna get off it. But I brought this story up.
Get off, Jesus!
Oh, there's more. Wait.
That's a weird choice of words, Dante.
All right, hey yo, what the fuck? We're gonna move away from the situation.
Like you should have moved his car.
See, like
a few moments later.
That wasn't necessary.
Listen, I had my tongue lashing last week. Now I gotta clown you this time,
He
man.
said, "I'm sorry, I fucked up. I'm really stressed."
Y'all know, man. I thought Drake this summer had the song of the summer. I thought he had the song of the summer, bro. I did, but I was wrong. It's the song of the summer. It's the song of the summer. It's the song of the summer. f.n.f. f.n.f.
DMCA claim.
Let me tell y'all something right now, man. f.n.f. was most definitely the song of the summer. That song got girls shaking their ass and got niggas singing the lyrics. Okay, when you got a song like that, you know it's a banger. When you got niggas up in the club, niggas up in the party, and girls shaking their ass, being like, "I'm F-R-E-E, fuck nigga." I'm in the back singing like, I'm singing the shit too. I'm singing the shit too. f.n.f. was definitely the song of the summer, but Glorilla, heard some sad news, man. So apparently, her and Hit Boy made this song, and her and Hitman made this song together, and over the summer, and obviously it ended up blowing up. But she hasn't made a dime from this song, besides when she does her performances, and it brings up a common question. Brings up a very common question: How come artists don't take a greater interest in trying to own their masters? Okay, now I know sometimes it's hard for Sid from Ice Age in order to get the masters. I get that, I understand that, but let's be honest here, man. There are a lot of artists out there that have these huge songs, and they're not getting paid.
It's like, you beat me to it. You beat me to it.
The Sid, man. The Sid. What's funny as hell?
No.
She ended up tweeting that too. She called herself Sid. She's like #Sid on Twitter. I mean,
Well, at least she knows.
Who the fuck is this broad?
Yeah, I don't even know who this is, to be
That's
honest with you.
Glorilla, dog.
No, bro. You know what?
We do not.
No,
you
might not give a fuck. You might not give a fuck.
You know, the only thing I care about, the only thing that you mentioned that I care about, which is, you know what? Actually, I don't care, because in all reality, artists have been getting fucked through deals since the beginning of the industry.
Well, listen, you can say whatever you want to say. You can say you don't care, whatever. Right now, she is the biggest, most relevant female rapper in the game right now. Glorilla has been tearing it up. She just dropped tomorrow.
I don't care.
Last week, listeners, we all know Mike is a little old. Okay, he's just getting on the scene.
Listen, no, play some of her shit. Not on the phone. I want to hear better quality than that phone.
f.n.f. went crazy.
Prepare to get the NCAA claim, gentlemen.
f.n.f. was song of summer, man. Can we not hear it?
Can't hear it.
No. You even hear the shit.
Same shit. Oh, wait. His shit's low, too. So look at your volume on there.
Oh, yeah, it is.
You hear this shit.
Yeah, of course I can't hear it.
Do you hear it now or no?
Very faintly.
No?
Barely. Can't hear
you know what? That's probably for the best. Listen,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna say I don't care if she's relevant or not. She probably sucks. She probably don't. Who knows? From the video, that's typical shit that we were doing in high school too. That's fine. But you know what? If you haven't learned from the people that have come before you, then I don't care. Because her story, TLC had that story.
It's not the same story. I didn't even explain it all the way through. So listen, she was supposed to get half of the compensation from this song. Okay, it was supposed to be split down 50-50, but something happened with the label and they're freezing all of the money that she's supposed to be getting from this song. I don't know. I sadly didn't read further into the details, but when I watched it, she also went on radio and said what she had to say about her feelings about Hit Kid and how the whole situation was handled. But it's really not her fault. She's supposed to be compensated for the song, but she hasn't, because her own label is holding out on the money that she's owed. So, that
litigation, go to court. Bing bing. That
reminds me of why it kind of reminds me of why Ice Cube left NWA.
Oh,
yep. But at the end of the day, though, when you have a song as big as this song is right now, and it's been out all summer, Tomorrow 2 just dropped. That's another hit that she just dropped 2 weeks ago. Last week. So she's making a bunch of big hits, and her fan base is growing. growing. Because right now we all know it's really hard for these female rappers to come out here and not talk about anything but sex. All they talking about is rapping about sex and I got this wet ass pussy. You need to come fuck this
I
pussy.
think they're lame. That's why I don't pay attention. Yes, no. That's why nobody pays attention to female rappers because they all say the same shit. All of them. They all say the same. I'm gonna shake my ass, suck this nigga's dick from the back, twerking in videos. They're all garbage. All of them.
Oh man.
Every last like Cardi. I love Cardi, but she ain't neither.
Sound like Ice
She ain't
Spice.
shit neither. All of them are trash.
Oh my god! Don't even get me started with Ice Spice.
Please, let's not have the Ice Spice discussion
Let me
again.
tell you
Come on.
something. I gotta get something off my chest when it comes down to the female rapper. When it comes down to the female artist, it's very simple. It's very easy. It's very concise. Listen, if all you have to offer is ass, I don't care. Because there's not a single soul in the universe that could actually sing the lyrics to Munch without saying the chorus. Because you don't know the whole chorus in the first place. Y'all just hear that nigga a Munch, then y'all start going crazy. But when it's time to sing the actual lyrics of the song, you're just like, nigga, in it for lunch. Nah, get what I want. Like, I don't know what the hell she's saying. She's saying a bunch of bullshit to me, but everybody like Ice Spice's song because she got ass and she got titties and she be shaking the shit in her TikToks and on Twitter and on Instagram. Nigga, no one cares about that. Get some talent. Get some talent. Drake invited you out strictly because you had the hit song and all that bullshit. Man, please. Man, please. Get the fuck out.
And I'm S-I-N-G-L-E again. Y'all hanging out the window with my ratchet.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? Why are you on it?
Oh my god.
Mike said, fuck this shit. I am out. Yo. I've never seen this man so disappointed.
That's awful.
This is the shit y'all think is good?
I never said it was good.
That's a hit. It's a hit. It's a hit. And then she dropped another hit.
You know what this sounds like? You know,
it doesn't matter what it sounds like to you. Either way, it's the song of the summer. It was the biggest song of the summer. Point blank. Period.
Bro. Niggas in Philly?
You went to every party. You went to every club. You were hearing that shit. The moment you heard I'm F.R.
Jersey. So maybe it was the banger in South Jersey. Maybe it was the banger in South. Listen,
I was in Hoboken 2 weeks ago when I heard the shit, and bitches was going.
You like to clown me, but bro, I stay up on music. I may not like all music, right? I may not like all music, but I listen to it all before I give. I have never heard this raggedy bitch mentioned once.
That means you're really not listening to music.
I'm listening to music, sir.
I like that. It's impossible.
I'm listening to music.
The fact you haven't heard the song all summer, that's pretty crazy. It's one of the biggest songs of the summer. It's the biggest song of the summer. It is the biggest song of the summer. Yes, it was.
You know who had the biggest song of the summer?
You're 36. You were in a club like that. You were in a bar like that. You ain't out like that. My boy, you not.
My age got to do it. What the fuck my age? Hold up, nigga. What the fuck my age got to do with not knowing music?
Yeah, age got makes a difference.
The white boys are going to sit this one out.
That's what's hot right now, bro. Whether you like it or not, that's what's hot right now. That's what's popping. F.n.f. Nigga free. That's what's popping. That's the song of the summer. That's the shit that got the bitches' asses shaking. That's the shit that
bro.
Oh
my god. I'm not gonna even entertain your little whack shit because this shit's garbage. Shit is garbage, bro.
I never said the song was great. I didn't say it deserved a Grammy.
Hyping it up like it is. Over here hyping it up. Talking about you 36. You don't know what you're talking about. Nigga, shut the fuck up.
It's the same nigga that like Kodak Black. Guys, y'all hear that? He don't like Kodak Black. He doesn't like Kodak Black.
I don't have to like Kodak Black.
I don't like Kodak.
Why can't? Here's the thing. Why can't it just be a subjective opinion? If Mike doesn't like the song, he doesn't like the song. There's nothing we can do about it. I don't like the song.
I don't care if y'all don't like the song. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying that it's the biggest song of the summer. That's all I was talking about.
No, it's according to Dante, who is just like me, a fucking nobody. I'm gonna talk about This is according to your opinion, it's the song of the summer. Okay, you are one individual. You're the only individual, and I know other young people your age. So, and you're the only person I've ever heard say that is the song of the summer.
F.n.f. was a song of the summer. F.n.f. was a song of the summer. You ain't gonna walk to a club or a bar without hearing this shit, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, Yep, to all our female listeners. Yes, queens. I'm shouting all y'all out, man. Shouting all y'all out. Shout out to the black queens out there making their music, doing their thing. Go ahead, girl. Shout out to the city girls. Shout out to the city girls. Okay, shout out Jay. Hey,
all of y'all ain't queens. You can suck my dick. All of them ain't queens. Stop calling them that because all of them ain't shit. I told you, I've been through this before. All of them ain't queens. A lot of them raggedy as fuck. I don't know why we keep doing that. All of them ain't fucking queens. I get tired of these raggedy bitches.
I mean,
all these bitches
honest.
still can't even really watch their ass twerking. Fuck these bitches, man. Fuck out of here.
All the girls that call themselves queens are the same ones that say men ain't shit. So apparently we ain't shit to them anyway. So why would they be chasing after us?
It smells like yeast infection, ho.
Well, before we head out, bro, we got to talk about this one last thing because y'all know we was going crazy on this in the group chat. Shaggy's black. That's what we doing now. Shaggy, what we doing?
You know what though? So I had time to think about it. Right? Because I posted something and then one of my boys from the army, he responded. And he was like, "Is this how you felt about The Little Mermaid?" And I said, "No. It's not how I felt about The Little Mermaid. Of course not." So I don't know. I still personally feel like, why would you change Shaggy, right? And what's his name? Norville, I think it is. What is
to me? He's not. To me, he's a completely different character. He's not Shaggy.
Yeah.
Shaggy is Shaggy. You can't change Shaggy. He's a different person.
Is that like low key? Shaggy is essentially, if you make him black, he turns into a black stereotype. He's a pothead. He doesn't do anything. He's lazy. He's a liability. Like he fits into a black stereotype. So you make Shaggy black, I think it just gives a wrong image. On top of the fact that how the hell are you going to change a character who's been around for 50 years? 50 plus years, and all of a sudden we're just gonna make him black and not even make the motherfucker look like Shaggy in the first place. Like this look like some nigga in some hipster ass town on the side of the street, you know, who be, you know, smoking J's with his boys, pulling up to the bar, be like, "Hey man, you want to get some IPAs, bro? And like we can get really fucked up, man." Like, no, bro, come on, man.
He does
like,
give off that vibe.
I don't know anyone that talks like that. What the fuck?
And honestly, and I seen this nigga right here who's doing his voice. He's got a very white voice. I ain't gonna lie, it's not very niggerish. So
wait, time.
Wait a minute.
Hold on, sir. Let's talk about that real quick because I don't like that.
I can say that I got a white sounding voice too. I ain't getting crazy.
First of all, you don't have a white sounding voice.
We ain't getting crazy.
I hear you talk. Even when you speak properly, when I hear you talk, I hear black, right? But I've always had a problem because I have people that like to tell me sometimes you sound. Wait.
No, Mike. No one's ever said that to me, man. And that,
oh my God, shut the fuck up.
No,
bro. Because because I'm being serious. I'm being serious right now. Hold up, I'm being serious.
I don't think you understand. I don't think you understand.
You playing games and I'm being serious, bro.
I'm not even playing games with you right now.
You talking like that? No, because you're not being serious, bro. I get tired of people, our own people, right? When I say our own people, I mean black people. They hear you talking, they be like, "Yo, you sound real white right now. Why you sound like a white boy?" First of all, what does it mean to sound white or black? How do you? So if you speak like you're intelligent, like you've had an education, you're speaking white. Is that what we're doing? No, man, perpetuating the same bullshit, bro. No, he sounds like a white sounding dude. No, bro. He sounds like he had an education. Say it properly. Stop that shit.
It's the world I've been living in for 20 years.
And you don't have to continue it though, bro. You got to stop that shit too, man. shit.
I've done an episode of my old podcast about that, and I told people how like depressed it made me when people like, when I was growing up, like, oh, Dante, you sound like a white guy, or you got such a white voice. And the thing that sucks is that after a while you start to believe it, because when you listen to some other black people from different environments or different demographics talk, they sound completely different. They got that, that rough hood type shit. And I ain't trying to be like that. But what people don't understand is that like when you grow up in like an environment, especially like I did, just in the suburbs, and you speak a certain type of way, you are labeled this for the rest of your natural born life. Knowing everyone sees this stereotype of you speaking a certain type of way, or you have to act a certain type of way. You have to articulate yourself in a certain type of way. You know how many times I code switch depending on the particular race that I'm talking to?
Well, code switch is a thing, and I saw I'm so bad with names. He's a former professional football that has a show on I think it's
OJ Simpson. Oh shit, sorry.
No. The code switching will be necessary for as long as certain white people can't accept us for who we and what we are. It's an unfortunate circumstance, but that is what it is. However, I don't want to, bro, and I will fight you over this, and I mean physically, literally fight you. Don't say that shit, bro. We got enough battles that we have to deal with in this fucked ass world that now we're gonna say you sound like a white boy. No, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. There are people who speak with Ebonics and still are highly intelligent and can articulate themselves extremely well. Okay.
Thank you, Martin. I didn't have a choice. I'm sorry. Sorry, man. I didn't have a choice.
He's done.
He's done. He's gone. All right. Well, I guess I should probably do the socials then. Well, thank you everybody for checking out this episode of the Bromigos podcast. Please, by all means, continue to support us in our following directories wherever we are in podcasting apps: Apple, Spotify, Google, the whole 9 yards. If you have a podcasting app, odds are we're on it. Twitter, Bromigos Pod. Instagram, the Bromigos Pod. TikTok, the Bromigos Podcast. And of course, shout out to Full Swap Radio for syndicating our show. You can catch us every Sunday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Somebody please take us out.
All right, y'all. Well, it was a blast. Matt and I were just chilling.
Yeah. Listen, the white people are not allowed to speak on these issues sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes we can't.
Sometimes just got to shut the fuck up and just let them go at it, and everything will calm down eventually. But
yeah.
Go ahead,
if you told the rest of your people that, the world might be a much better place. I'm just saying.
Well, I mean, let's again. What is? I'm not gonna get into it. I'm not gonna get into it. Hunter,
you know what? I'm hungry. I'm in the mood for some Popeyes or some chicken right now. So I'm just gonna leave. I'm gonna get me some.
We're gonna move some Popeyes chicken now.
Yeah.
We just went through the whole thing, and now we're doing fucking Popeyes.
Hey, I have a thing for a free chicken sandwich. I'm getting it from Popeyes.
Okay, well, I mean, I respect it, but
it's
come
better
on.
It's better than KFC anyway.
Come
I'm just
on.
saying, Popeye. Don't sleep on Popeye's chicken. It's good. I'm just saying.
I heard
Wingstop.
I heard Wingstop's chicken sandwiches are good.
There's
too,
a Wingstop right next to Popeyes too, so I might get both.
How
But
ironic. Anyway.
On that note, I'm hungry. We're heading out. See you guys. Peace.
All right, y'all. Peace.
You've been listening to the Bromigos podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Avina! That's okay! She'll be back. Another